And that, I think, was more or less the history of the Star League, from inception to collapse, more or less. Oh yeah, and welcome to the Romanian Reaver channel, and my first impressions. That'll be more of a thing later on. My Let's Play of Battletech. Let's Play itself being also to gain experience with Battletech, and later on do a first impressions. You guys will probably see the first impressions long before you see like episode 15 or thereabouts. Yeah, shit, I did have a aborted attempt last night, but the microphone didn't really work too well, so yeah, I'm gonna go with new. And a nice custom campaign. Now, basically, these are a bunch of options. You generally just don't want to poke around with stuff if you're new to the game. I'm new to the game. I just put in 4 parts for mech assembly just to up the difficulty at least somewhere. But I'm gonna leave it all otherwise like this. No, oh, I could probably go Iron Man, but considering how Iron Man Xenomorph Zcom ended up with me, nah. Okay, let's start. And there'll be a lot of reading in this episode. A freaking lot of reading. So if you don't like my voice, there's probably gonna be a not timestamp, but you know, minute and second mentioned in the descriptions for when you can jump forward to get the actual, technically speaking, tutorial, so it's not really that impressive, but first bits of actual mech violence, so to say. I'm not gonna be skipping anything, cause yeah. Keep your mechs moving to increase their defensive evasion bonus. When High Lady Keona Arano founded the Oregon Coalition planet, was comprised of only 4 systems: Koromodir, Itrom, Tyrolon, and Guldra. Yeah. Hopefully the game loads quickly enough. Hopefully. Okay, more cutscenes.
I am Kamea of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Koromodir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times, about the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
She didn't look that bad, so I'm gonna go with tits. Not money, not honor. Titties. Okay, the Oregon Reach is a small kingdom in the remote periphery. a region of space that lies at the outskirts of the more densely colonized inner sphere. It is home to the Oregon Coalition, a federation organized around a parliamentary monarchy and ruled by the Arano family. For 3 generations under the rule of House Arano, the Oregon Coalition has remained a relatively peaceful corner of the periphery. It is here that your story begins. Oh god. These are houses I can come from, or areas in general respects. The Draconis Combine, Curita. Mech warriors who hail from the Combine tend to be fierce, disciplined, and relentless fighters no matter the odds they might face on the battlefield. Although the Draconis Combine is as ethnically diverse as any of the vast interstellar empires, it is also one of the most culturally homogeneous. Over centuries of rule, the founding House Curita has succeeded in uniting the people of the Combine into a single culture, one heavily molded around medieval Japanese society. Good thing it isn't kind of more modern Japanese society, because yeah, that would have been... Well, Moe mechs, Jesus. While some most notably the descendants of the conquered principality of Ras Al Hague continue to chafe under the uniformity of Draconis society, overall this has created a more cohesive populace and military than seen in the other great houses of the inner sphere. Japanese, but their cohesion in terms of military stuff, that's also can be a wee bit of a flaw, because pretty much they have the same sort of tactics. The Free Worlds League, Marek. Mech warriors who hail from the Free Worlds League tend to be passionate, enduring fighters who value justice and equality above all else. Here's on paladins. The oldest and theoretically most democratic of the great successor states of the Inner Sphere, the Free Worlds League is actually a broad coalition of many minor and noble houses. For most of the League's history, it has been ruled under martial law by a Captain General, who by tradition is from House Marek. The cultural diversity and relative independence of its component regions are at once the greatest strength of the Free Worlds League and its greatest weakness. So basically the Kirita and Marek are diametrically opposed, basically. The Federated Sons, Davian. Mech warriors who hail from the Federated Sons tend to possess more finely honed skills and better equipment than their counterparts from other regions of space. They often see themselves as righteous warriors and champions of liberty, sometimes to fault. Okay, these are actually the paladins. Though nearly extinguished by the Draconis Combine in the First Succession War, the Federated Sons, a constitutional monarchy ruled by the renowned House Davian, has become arguably the most powerful of the 5 great successor states. Through skillful military campaigns and subtle diplomacy, House Davian has significantly increased the number of star systems under its control in the last 2 centuries. Okay. House Steiner. The Lyran Commonwealth. Mech warriors who hail from the Lyran Commonwealth tend to be hardy, well-equipped and well-trained, though they have also earned a reputation for not being particularly strategic thinkers on the battlefield. Wolf is the greatest strength of the merchant princes of the Lyran Commonwealth, ruled by House Steiner. Despite a number of humiliating defeats in the first 2 succession wars, the Lyran Commonwealth has bounced back thanks to the combined strength of its economy, the biggest of the 5 great successor states, and its control of the Inner Sphere's largest functioning Battletech factories. What the Lyran Commonwealth may lack in military prowess, it makes up for with raw numbers and industrial scale. These kind of sound a wee bit like Soviet dwarves. Kinda. The Capellan Confederation, Liao. Mech warriors who hail from the Capellan Confederation are dedicated and steadfast combatants capable of holding the line and often surprising those opponents who would make the mistake of underestimating them. The Capellan Confederation has suffered the most at the hands of the other successor states over the last 2 centuries of war, having lost nearly half of its territory, half of the territory it once controlled, at the height of the Star League's rule. Over time, the leadership of House Liao has transformed the Capellan Confederation into a socialist police state with a highly regulated economy. Most Capellans take great pride in their citizenship, which must be earned through service to the state. Socialist, service to the state. Either Starship Troopers or Soviet Spartans. So, Soviet Doors and Soviet Spartans. Interesting. Mech warriors who hail from the Magistracy of Canopus can run the gamut of skill and fighting styles, but they often favor clever and unorthodox tactics on the battlefield or field. While smaller than the great successor states of the Inner Sphere, the Magistracy of Canopus is one of the major powers of the Rimworld periphery. Or Rimworld, not Rimworld. Jesus, thinking of another game. The Magistracy is a matriarchal society led by a Magistrix. This is an elected position open to any woman, but largely controlled by House Centrella due to the family's popularity. The Magistracy supports an open society that ensures the personal liberty of all citizens and their right to live their lives as they see fit. Popularity plus gender fixed rulership. That doesn't sound smart. The Taurian Concordat. Mech warriors who hail from the Taurian Concordat tend to be stubborn and aggressive. They can be quick to anger, but they are nonetheless skilled and perceptive combatants. Founded as a constitutional monarchy under the leadership of House Calderon, the Taurian Concordat is the strongest military power of the Rimworld periphery. Rimworld. Remember? Rimworld, not Rimworld. You're not dealing with Dwarf Fortress type stuff. It is also one of the oldest surviving realms of human civilization, having been formed long before the creation of the Star League. Taurian citizens enjoy extensive freedoms guaranteed by the Concordat Charter and take pride in defending those freedoms through compulsory service. The Taurian Concordat has long had an antagonistic relationship with the Inner Sphere, particularly the Federated Suns. So with the Davians. The Rimworld periphery. There is no easy way to characterize mech warriors hailing from the Rimworld periphery. They can be anything from petty thugs to ruthless tacticians to skilled and honorable warriors. The nations and minor noble houses of the Rimworld periphery have long played a role in shaping humanity. The Star League's downfall began in the periphery, eventually leading to the current tattered state of these desperate star systems on the edge of known space. The periphery is still the galaxy's frontier, where the great houses of the Inner Sphere play deadly politics, petty band kingdoms thrive, and pirate bands brand and the minor noble houses trying to survive in this hostile environment. And the deep periphery. Mech warriors that hail from the deep periphery are rare, but even rarer is the mech warrior who admit to such an origin. Beyond the outermost edges of the periphery lie depths of space that remain uncharted and unknown to most of human civilization. Little is known of these regions, but they are far from uninhabited. The deep periphery is littered with abandoned colonies and small outposts, isolated from the rest of humanity. After the fall of Star League, General Alexander Kerensky led the remnants of the Star League Defense Force in the deep periphery, disappearing from the Inner Sphere and from recorded history. And they later became the clans. Spoiler warning. After they went a wee bit, well, actually not the deep periphery, the Rimworld periphery. Though immigrants, okay, one sec, I'm gonna sneeze. Jesus. Though immigrants the Origan reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small, backward system on the edge of the Origan space. By the time you were born, your family had become the de facto ruling nobility of the system's only inhabited planet. You were the oldest child, heir of the family styles and ancestral Battletech, an old blackjack BJ1. BJ. Really. BJ. This is where you met Raju Mastiff Montgomery, a veteran of the Succession Wars whom your parents hired on for the season to train you as a mech warrior. Raju was a strict but capable teacher, and you quickly became a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life. Until the day after your 16th birthday, when you were exiled. Once a promising young scion of your family, you committed an unforgivable transgression and were sentenced to life in exile. You stole away with the family's ancestral blackjack and set off to find a new life to call your own. You struck out on your own. As the heir of a noble family, you grew up wanting for nothing, and as it turns out, you couldn't stand a life of pampered nobility. Finally, one night you stole, okay. Your family went bankrupt. As you grew older, you watched your family's fortune, income, and influence slowly dwindle away until there was nothing left. Your parents, driven to despair, took their own lives. You have nothing and you went, okay. The rest of your family died in a freak jump shot accident, after which you discovered you had left nothing but past death. After sending everything to sell that, you set off on your own with only your... okay. Your family was betrayed. Your family was betrayed and its seat of power destroyed. You defeated the betrayers, but you were the sole surviving member of your house. With nothing but your family's ancestral blackjack left to call your own, you set off, okay. Sounds like I could get caught with the wrong dude's, not, well, could be sister, could be daughter, could be wife, so I'm gonna go with this. Okay, out on your own you fell into a life of the Oregon Coalition soldier. Unsure of your prospects, you traveled to Koromodir, the capital of the Oregon Coalition, and enlisted in the Coalition military. You quickly rose through the ranks, distinguishing yourself as a capable mech warrior. Life as a soldier wasn't glamorous, but it suited you just fine. Frontier pirate. Tired of living under the authority of others, you fell in with a local pirate gang in the rim-world periphery. It was an unruly crew, but an effective one. Roaming the periphery afforded your outfit with a steady supply of poorly defended merchant caravans and supply depots to prey upon. While raids did occasionally devolve into combat, you quickly learned that successful piracy is mostly about being in the right place at the right time with the right threats and a good show of force. Solaris Gladiator. You took your skills as a mech warrior to the famed arena planet of Solaris 7. There you eked out a living as a gladiator, fighting for the crowded minor arenas, getting by from paycheck to paycheck. Inner Sphere Mercenary. Eager to get away from it all, you joined up with a minor Inner Sphere mercenary unit. Integrating the tight-knit crew took time, but you eventually proved your worth and became part of the family. Frontier Freelancer. You're on the remote periphery as a freelancer, signing on for whatever odd contracts you could find as a mech warrior for hire. It was a solitary life, but as you became more comfortable with the inherent lifestyle, you found you were able to make decent living helping the people of the frontier. Merchant Guard. You signed on as a guard for a small trading guild, providing security as the guild's caravan made trading runs between the inner sphere and the periphery. It was a largely uneventful life, but you were able to put your mech warrior skills to good use in the occasional scuffle with pirates and uncooperative local governments. Uncooperative local governments? What the fuck did you do? Okay, which one does appeal to me though? Most of these are tactics and piloting. Though I'm more of a freelancer myself, so I'm gonna go with that. While running a routine patrol for a local government on the outskirts of the Oregon Reach, you were set upon by pirates and left for dead. Raju happened to be visiting the capital city and picked up your distress call. Upon rescuing you, he offered you a job in the House Serrano Royal Guard. So it is that you find yourself reunited with your old mentor, preparing your ancestral blackjack for guard duty on the coronation day of the Lady Kamea Arano. So not yet High Lady. Oh yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm more of a he dude. You can customize these. But first, I'm gonna go with my actual name, because by now it's, well, my actual first real name. Okay, now let's find one that looks half decent so I can... Yeah, this one I could probably work with. Customize. No scars, please. Hairstyle works. Gab.ai could use a bit of improvement. Yep. This looks more me. No makeup please, because I'm not into that sort of shite. Jesus. Trying to look for the right color. That's green. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That's not of any importance. That looks green. That'll do. The complexion needs a different one. That may as well look like Babyface Capone if I'm at it. And I think that's it, right? Alright. Yes, there's a interesting way of going about it. So I'm tactically sound, decent gunner, but when it comes to piloting and guts, which is healing and ability to actually move in a mech, yeah. Damn, I'm gonna overheat easy. Okay. Let's accept our fate. The High Lord Tamati Arano II is dead. The Regan Reach has left a southern crossroads. Once prosperous, it is now a kingdom in decline, surrounded by powerful neighbors. Lord Santiago Espinosa, brother-in-law of the late High Lord, is convinced that the slow-moving Council of Founding Houses must be dissolved. His proposed directive would conscript their house guard and centralize power under a single throne. However, the High Lord's heir, the Lady Noble Lady Kamea Arano, is determined to rebuild the Reach without transforming it into an authoritarian state. She refuses to enact her uncle's directive and has rebuked his vehement pleas to reconsider. On the morning of Lady Arano's ascension to the throne, her loyal captain of the guard, Rajima Steve Montgomery, makes preparations to escort her safely to the coronation procession that awaits in Cordia City. Coronation Day, Arano Summer Palace, 08:53 local time. Now once it kicks up, I'm going to leave it off because it is more or less 25 minutes and pick it up with whatever tutorials and stuff like that I have to do in the next episode. Speed is more important than firepower on escort and rescue missions. I would imagine so. But it's good to know actually, because this is my first mission and it's an escort one. Because fuck you, that's how. Or why. Or when. And this is where I leave it off. Also, systems with no permanent population won't have items for sale. Interesting. In any case, till next time, thank you for watching, or more precisely surviving up until this point, because gods know the editing's kinda interesting and my voice has a melodic tone to it. If you like what you saw, feel free to hit the subscribe button, like button, it does help out the statistics of the channel, gets more visible, you know, stuff like that. And to be honest, at one point I would like to actually make this a job so I can do better content with better quality, more games, more coverage, you know, stuff like that. Take care.